guarantee the product. You know, it'd be good to familiarize yourself with usajobs.gov, especially when it comes to going to this info center here. The info center will show you and the job seeker, see the occupations and the highest demand. It's a good one. So office clerk, office assistant, administration, IT, HR, nursing, secretary. So you can see there's a lot of kind of office style jobs available. So if someone calls in saying they're interested in an office job, that's always one where you can say with a good degree of confidence that there's a lot. Then there's, you know, up and down the line, there's all different things. Forestry technician, a lot of electrical engineers. Accountants is one that we've actually gotten some calls and sales on. So there's tons of accounting jobs with the IRS and in the stimulus package doing oversight on how the government is spending that money. Two other quick points I wanted to make about the product that I think have been helpful in selling people. One is our resume tool. And basically the federal style resume is very different from a private sector resume. There's a federal form that all the information is based around. All of that is taught to them in these courses. There is something in here, let's see, where is it? It's where we teach them to tweak their resume. I think it's in this part, where people tweak their resume. And we show people how to do that. So this is actually a video within the courses that tells them how to do that. Well, basically what happens is the government looks at people's applications with a computer program before before a human even looks at it. So a computer program scans the words both in the job description that the applicant is applying for and also in their application, and it matches the two. And if they match well, then the computer considers that a good candidate. If they don't match well, then they might go to the bottom of the pile, and a human might not ever see the application. So what we teach is when they're applying, they use this tool that we show them how to use that you're looking at right here, and it basically measures and shows this visual result of the keywords which they will do both for their application and for both for the application and for the job description. And then we coach them to change the words in their application and in their resume so that they match, and then that increases the chances that the resume will be seen. So you can see there's some really simple words like systems and present and included and communications and assistant and those things, skills. Those things are going to be really easy for pretty much any applicant to get into their resume in a natural way. The last thing that I would mention as far as the product is something that helps sell it sometimes and makes a lot of sense to people is applying for multiple jobs. There's a lot of government jobs available right now. There's also a lot of competition for them in this tough economy. So it's important that people don't make the mistake of applying for just one job and waiting to hear back. It's kind of amazing how many people do that. So what we coach is apply for one job, the first job, apply for it correctly, use our resume tools, use everything we teach to apply for one job correctly. So you put your best possible foot forward for that job, and then do it again. And it should be a little bit faster, a little bit easier because they've done it once, and then do it again and keep doing it until there are no more jobs that match you. And that's going to be pretty hard to do because for some of these people, there's going to be literally hundreds of jobs that they can apply for. So people kind of fall into a trap of applying for one or two jobs, three jobs, and then say, oh, I did it. And they sit and wait and get excited. And then, the government may never reply to them. It may take weeks, it may take months, or they may never hear anything. So that's something that makes sense for people. And again, we have a set of emails that go out to people immediately and over the course of the weeks that say, okay, you've been in the course for a week and a half. You should have made progress right now. Have you done this, this, and this? To just continually remind them and put the onus on them, because we can help them with all the information, but it's really on them to do the work. So our ideal customer is somebody like that who lives in an area with a lot of jobs available, that has some experience and has a reasonable chance of getting the job, and also is willing to learn and put the work in. Because if they don't put the work in and they get frustrated, they might look for an excuse and come back to us for a refund. So we try to stay on them to keep the onus and the obligation on them, because their success in getting a job is largely going to be up to them, and we just help them. So that's more or less it. The one last thing that's very important is that we can't, there's a lot of things that we cannot say because of the fact that, and we wouldn't want to say, but we just want to make sure that you don't say them. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find, the phone. Sorry, 1 second. Essentially, we never will misrepresent ourselves that we're the federal government. We get, what is it, phone calls?
Phone sales.
Phone sales. We get a lot of people calling us that think we're the federal government, that think that they can apply with us. And we might make more sales if we said yes, but it's illegal. We don't want to do it. We want to help people. We want to operate with a high degree of integrity. So at the bottom of this page, you'll say some things that cannot be said. We're not the U.S. government. We will never misrepresent ourselves as such. We do not guarantee a job. We do guarantee the money they spend on the product. We don't have any secret job listings because there's no such thing. So if they ask direct questions, obviously always just tell the truth, which is that we're in the business of helping people. We are not the federal government. We don't have secrets. What we do have is a program that really will help them save time and keep them on task. So thanks so much. We'd love to hear feedback, specifically the types of things we want to know about, or what are the common objections you're hearing? How many, we'll track these numbers, but how many calls is it taking you to make a sale? And then, of course, any general thoughts you might have on buyers or just general callers, whether or not they're buying. So that's more or less it. We'll be in touch continually. Thank you so much for your time and your work. And we want it to be profitable for everybody. So please, any feedback you have is always welcome. And thank you for representing us in a professional and positive manner. Thanks.
Very good.